Ben Roethlisberger is holding himself accountable for his role in the team's recent skid, telling reporters, quote, "I'm not playing good enough football for us to win. If I don't play good enough football, I need to hang it up. I'm going to do everything I can to get back on track." Big Ben had been playing well after missing most of last season with an elbow injury, but has thrown 3 interceptions in the past 2 losses after only throwing 3 total in the previous 11 games. So something's going on there. Good thing for us, though, James Harrison is still with us. He obviously played in Pittsburgh for years. So can the Steelers turn this thing around?
I think the Steelers can turn this around. What they need to do, first and foremost, is they need to stop turning the ball over as an offense. After that, you got to catch the ball. When you get the ball in your hands, just catch the ball. I think they're number 1 in drops. And then you have to run the ball. Over the course of the last 2 games, 34 yards a game, which is dead last in the league. When you add the drops, you get the points. That's only 16 points a game, 275 yards a game, and 28% on third downs over the course of the last 2 games. So the offense has to step it up. Like Ben said, it has to start. It has to start with him because he's the person that has the ball in his hand the most. And him, saying what he said, I know Ben. That's motivation to him. So now they're going to go out there and they're going to say, Ben's, he's washed up, he's used up. He's going to see that, and that's going to motivate him to get better. And then you're going to have the people that's going to say, you know what, he's not washed up, he's great. He's going to see that too, and that's going to motivate him too. I've been around Ben long enough to know how he worked this. It's going to work out. But they need to get back to running the ball, catch the ball, and the offense will be okay. The defense is going to do what the defense do.
When I look at the Steelers, and for the longest time, and people were, man, you just saying that, you're a hater. You play with the Ravens, so you hate the Steelers. But when I looked at them closely, I saw a flawed team. I saw a team, James, that could never run the football. They make no commitment to run the football. Yeah, they get 100 yards here or there with Connor, and they can average over 100 when Connor missed James Conner missed time with COVID. And Snell, he's more of a change of pace than an every down back. But when you go your last 8 games and you average 59 yards of rushing per game and you average 3 yards a carry per game, you're not going to win. They're asking Ben. Ben has thrown the ball 47 times on average the last 5 games. When you throw that many passes, and really none of them are down the field, they're all nickel and dime stuff. At some point in time, it catches up with you. I agree with you, James. They drop too many passes. If I'm Ben, I need to have a conversation with every last one of you. Because Eric Ebron and Deontay Johnson and Jude, all you got, bruh, y'all killing me. Y'all killing my completion percentage, my QBR, my quarterback rating, whatever goes along with quarterback and throwing the ball, y'all are killing me. Can you just hold on to the ball? But when you don't make the commitment to run the football, and this is not your mom and pop Steelers. The days of Franco and the Bus and Rocket Fire running the football, James, that's not y'all anymore. Y'all throw the football with Big Ben. You still play defense, but you can't keep losing your best players. Bud Dupree going out, hurt. Devin Bush going out, hurt. And then you lost Bush's backup. He's gone out.
Spillane.
And Joe Hayden missed the last game with a concussion. You can't, I don't care, next man up. That sounds good in theory, but there's a reason that man was down, because the guy that was in front of him was better. And you can't keep going next man up, because you're going to run out of good men to put up. So the Steelers were a flawed team for the longest time. I thought, watching them play, I thought they should be more 7-4 as opposed to 11-2, Skip, when they were 11-0 at the point in time. But this is not an accident. This is more who they are, James. And they got their hands full. The Colts is not an easy victory. And the Browns, for the longest time, they've heard the Steelers say, y'all little bruh, we big bruh. They want to change that.
So that sounds
everybody want to change something. That's not going to happen, though. Yeah, that is. That's a lot of hate. That's still going back to the time when, he was getting bopped around over there in Baltimore.
Yep. So I hear you. They can't run it. They can't catch it. But I don't care what you say. I'm with James on this. They can turn it around because they can play defense. I got you. They lost a really he's a terrific player, Bud Dupree.
Yeah.
And listen, Devin Bush was rising into one of the top linebackers in the league. But they're still, after all that, they're still number 1 in points allowed. Okay? They're number 1 in sacks. And they're tied for first in takeaways. Okay, those will work.
Yes.
Right? So I believe they can turn it around. just because of what we talked about Baltimore has in the locker room. They do have tradition.
Yes.
James knows that tradition as well as anybody. I just feel like down the stretch, they got at Cincinnati. I think they can win that. My Cowboys won at Cincinnati, so surely Pittsburgh can.
Yeah.
Then, as you said, Colts are a dangerous game. I don't know what Phillip Rivers, which one you'll get, but if you get the good one, he'll be an all-day sucker, right?
Yep.
And then at Cleveland is going to be a hard game to win to close it out. Big division rivalry, obviously. But I still say they're 11-2. I still think they could win 2 out of those 3. 13-3. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Are they better right now than Kansas City? No, they are not. And it boils down to they're going to go as far as Ben will carry them. Well, I like what James is saying because when I watch Ben, I can't even recognize him anymore because it's like he's got no arm strength left. It's I don't know if it's from the surgery or what, but he just
surgery and age
flips it. But I mean, the age doesn't take away your arm strength. I mean, Brady's still got a big arm, but it's like he just flips it. He just flicks it. Is that all he's got? Yeah,
that's right. But Skip, he did have elbow surgery.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. You know, you're working on tendons and all that, and that's something that,
I agree.
You know, really, I don't think you can strengthen too much, especially as you get older over time. You know, I think it's a situation where, you know, I think Ben knows he only has, you know, a few more years left. And, you know, he's trying to do the best he can with it. And right now, with them having him throwing the ball almost 50 times a game, it's not, you know, it's not contributing to helping it. And, you know, when you can't run the ball, you got to do the little dink and dunk passes that's run alternative plays. So, you know, they're going to have to, you know, change up some things that they're doing on the offense and, you know, fix the things that they're not doing right. And, you know, I think they can get back to winning games and get back to, you know, how they were playing before. Because like you said, they have a defense that is, you know, ranked 1 or 2 in, you know, almost every category.
Yep. So James, go one other direction with us. Before road games, Juju Smith-Schuster has made a new habit of making a video while dancing on the opponent's, the home team's logo in the middle of the field. And it was reported that Josh Allen made that a big part of his pregame pep talk to his team in Buffalo the other night before that game. So is this a good idea or a bad idea by our man Juju?
For me, you know, even going back to, you know, all the way to the Cowher era, it was always do not give them bulletin board material. Don't give them nothing to put up there that's going to motivate them to want to do or be anything or come out here and put any more effort into what they're trying to do. And when you do something like that, you're doing exactly the opposite of what I've always been told. Like, you do not want to go out there and give them the gas unless you sitting here with the fire extinguisher to pull it out. In the last 2 games, it seems like the fire extinguisher has been broke.
You were, hey, that was different. We look at any sign of you standing on our logo, if we come out and you in our end zone and you're not supposed to be there, you know where you're supposed to be. Because you come out there on the field, James, you know what team's supposed to be in what end zone.
If you on my side of the 50, I'm moving you to your side.
Yes.
It's nothing. Yes. That's just all.
You got the 50-yard line, not the 49, not the 48, and do not be standing in the logo. You know good and well you don't stand in the logo until the coin toss. So any disrespect was met with disrespect. I don't know where they get this. This is new age. James, they do anything now. They put it on TikTok, they put it on IG and Twitch and Twitter and all that stuff. But man, you know, in the 2000s and back 90s when I came in, man, that would have caused the fight.
Oh, yeah, it would have been a fight. It's warm up. It would have been a fight for sure.
So Juju is promoting himself at the expense of his football team.
Basically.
Right?
Basically.
Whew.
Listen, we used to play Baltimore, man, and James Ferrier. So we would always warm up, you know, with the linebackers. So we'd warm up on our side with Ray and all them. And Ferrier is talking cash money to these dudes. I mean, calling them everything in a book. And I'm like, Potsy, man, leave them boys alone, man. Don't get them no more gas, man. They gonna go out there and try and do something crazy, man. I'm like, leave them alone.
But hey, I don't know what Juju thinking. I mean, okay, it was cool, it was funny. Okay, you want to do that, but man, okay, you playing with Juju. I'm telling you, you playing with fire.
What's the most infamous moment in the history of the Dallas Cowboys? It was Terrell Owens standing on the star after he scored a touchdown, right?
Yep.
And who attacked him? Just about the whole Cowboy team tried to knock him off the
Skip
star.
Juju tried to do that this year.
He did.
He was going to go, but they got him. I think Antoine Wood.
I believe so.
Bro, you're not going to do that.
Yep.
Still slapped them Cowboys, though. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just going to throw that in there really quickly?
I'm just saying right now, you know, the Cowboys, you know, it's like, that's a toss-up. You know what I'm saying? That's the toss-up right now.
Yeah, that's appropriate, James. I feel like you had to mention it while you were here. We are so glad to have you back with us, and we will check in with you very soon. Have a good rest of your day. Coming up for us, next on Undisputed, Lamar and Baker, well, they put on a show last night, but which QB will wind up having a better career? Skip and Shannon break it down next.